Oh, the places we'll go to find you the most delicious craft beer in the Midwest. From a local brewery making waves in our hometown, to a pilgrimage to beer's hometown. All of it on this installment of Brewed. Well, the show has now found its way to LeClaire, Iowa, birthplace of Buffalo Bill and Buffalo Spit. And if you don't know what Buffalo Spit is, well, allow me to introduce you to the genius behind that and so many other great beers here at the Green Tree Brewery in LeClaire. This is Dr. Richard Day. Doctor.
Thank you, Dave. I don't know about genius, but let's maybe just go somebody that really loves to make beer.
Now, how long have you been doing this?
Oh, since I got out of dental school almost 30 years ago.
Dentist and brewer. Or is it brewer and dentist?
Well, it's probably dentist and then brewer.
Okay.
But it's having the dental degree, we also have a biology degree, and making beer is just the coolest science experiment you could ever do, and you have beer to drink when it's done.
We've discovered on the show that that's one of the things, one of the secrets to the really great beers that we try is people that have a real background, both feet planted on the ground, in science, people who understand and love science, and you found that that's really helped you.
Oh, it's helped tremendously. We just had a meeting the other night, and we were talking about all these recipes you come up with, and they said, well, how do you come up with these? And I don't know. You just see them in your sleep. I see what's going on inside the fermenters in my head, but then they asked me what the fixed assets were, and I have no idea.
So you're kind of beautiful minding it. You're able to kind of just look and see everything happening from the outside.
Yeah, it just is something that you just, after doing it for so long, you just can picture it. I just never thought I would do it at this scale.
How did you get started into this world?
No, I always liked the idea of making beer. I've heard about people making it. So at that time, 30 years ago, there was not that many opportunities to do home brewing.
Right.
So I had to read a lot of books, and I first studied on it and tried to make beer. I tried my first batch on the stove. The stove was white. Mm-hmm. Well, after you cook beer for an hour and a half,
no longer white.
The stove is not white where the pan was.
Right.
So
well, you put a veneer on it then, or how do you fix that?
Well, we just eventually moved and got a different stove.
You didn't get your deposit back, did you?
So then we decided we'd better brew in the garage. From
okay,
then on out.
That's smart. That's smart. As far as being a dentist and then being a brewer, how much of your day is devoted to each?
Well, I'm at the dental office 4 days a week, and then Wednesdays we come in on my day off and we brew, and then Fridays and Saturday nights I usually come in here and blend beer, keg beer, do whatever's necessary. Of course now, since we're still so new, not quite a year old, there's all kinds of small nagging jobs that need to be done in the basement and up here to make everything more friendly and convenient for everybody.
Tell me about the different beers that you make here, because you've got, I'm looking here, is it 12 different beers?
Yeah, I put a 12 line in system, and when we first opened I had 6 beers, and that's morphed into experimental beers, and the experimental beers went over so big and it was so fun that I just kept putting them on permanent lines. Well, it wasn't long and I had this whole tapper system filled up with all my different beers.
I mean, your plan was when you bought the 12 line, maybe someday we'll get there.
Oh yeah, someday. I'm thinking.
And you got there in a couple of months.
Yes. And then we have beers that people love so much, and they come in here specifically for those beers, and I can't disappoint them, so I won't take those beers off. Well, we ran out of tappers, so I went and got it behind us. There's a commercial grade kegerator that has 3 tappers on it.
Oh, wow.
And I put 2 more on that now. We've got her barrel aged on that. At the end of today, we'll have 15 beers.
That's kind of incredible.
Yeah, I really like beer, and it's really fun to make it.
Yeah, I can tell. Can I give you a slogan I came up with for your brewery?
Sure.
Because I feel like you kind of downplay the whole dentist thing.
Yeah.
I want you to have this. This one's yours. Green Tree Brewery. Tastes great, less fillings.
Oh.
That one's yours. I want you to have that.
Well, thank you. I wouldn't have come up with that myself. So I like it.
Can we?
Can I steal it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But the price is, I wouldn't mind having a flight. You got some?
Oh
beers
yes.
to sample?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do that. It's kind of hard when we have 14 beers, but we have our Mint Tree Night right here, which is a mint chocolate coffee stout.
Okay.
And this is our Berry Barely Blonde.
Okay.
And that's our light summer offering that has that nice real berry real berry flavor in
You
it.
had warned me that it was going to be green. That is something else.
Beer's supposed to be fun, and that one is a fun beer.
Okay.
So, and then we've got with the Mississippi River Distillery next door, we took their barrels and we put our IPA in it and aged it for 3 months. So we have our barrel-aged IPA called Rye PA. It was a rye whiskey barrel. So
I like it. I like it. Okay.
I'd start with the blonde first.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
All right. Try this. Oh man, that's got the fruit right at the front and the back. But you're getting difference. Like it's blueberry up front and raspberry on the way out.
Yeah, I know. We had some people that wanted it to taste like fruit, just fruit. And the first time they had my receptionist tried it, she's like, "Oh, it still tastes like beer." And I'm like, "It's supposed to taste like beer. It's just a hint of flavor." When I put it on, we stayed here. We were late. I was trying to get it blended. I finally sent it upstairs. It's about 12:30 at night, and I took a sip of it, and it's like, "Oh my God, it's just like beer fresca." It's really light. If you're just got done mowing your grass, it's a perfect thing.
This for a day of chores would be perfect. All right, Mintry Night.
Mintry Night. We were blending our coffee blends. We were trying those. We went 7 Saturday mornings in a row trying to get the taste of the coffee just right. And on our last morning, Greg Aronson from Coffee Hound, he came up with this. He says, "Hey, I've got this blend too," and we're just kind of ready to go home. But we thought, well, what the heck, we'll try it. Well, my wife and my brother-in-law tried it, and we had a group of us there tasting it, and they both loved it. So it was almost not invented. It almost didn't come about. It was kind of an afterthought, and that's turned into be probably one of our top 3 sellers.
So the blonde being green, complete serendipity, complete mistake. That's awesome. This is another serendipitous thing that just kind of happened.
Right.
Boy, you must have been good in another life or something, Doc. Oh yeah. It's like I'm sure they wouldn't want me to say this, but it's like Girl Scout cookies. But they wouldn't want me to say that.
Now that's funny you'd say that because we've had a half a dozen people tell us it's a Girl Scout cookie for adults.
Yeah, that's exactly what this is. I'll tell you what, kids. Anyone wants to come sell this at the door, put me down for a couple of cases.
Yeah, just like the Thin Mints, that just goes out of here so fast.
Yeah, I can see why. And then we've got the barrel-aged IPA.
Barrel-aged IPA.
We've heard of a lot of barrel-aged stouts. You went with the decision to do the barrel-aged IPA.
Well, there again, I'm pretty flexible, and I just go with the flow and whatever's happening. When the batch of IPA was done in the fermenter, before we carbonated it, the distillery said, "Hey, I've got a couple of whiskey barrels here. Would you be interested in it?" Absolutely. So they brought them over, and before we started carbonating it, we shot it all in there and let it secondary ferment and sit in there for 3 months, and it pulled out the flavors. So yeah, they're all things happen for a reason. And
go with the flow is absolutely your mantra.
Yeah.
But let's see how this works here, because I'm a little suspicious. You can't possibly have 3 of these things. You can't fall backwards into 3 incredible beers, right?
Most of the other ones were planned. These were.
Man, no, the barrel-aged notes in an IPA makes a lot more sense than I thought it would.
Yeah, it's. I haven't seen too many barrel-aged IPAs.
No,
so that was really nice to have that as a unique offering.
I have a feeling once people start drinking this, they're going to see a lot more barrel-aged IPAs. This really.
I measure all my beers with a hygrometer to figure out the alcohol content.
Sure.
And I did the same with that one, but I'm thinking it's up above a little bit above 8% alcohol. But the customers are all telling me, no, we can't hardly walk after drinking a couple of those. So I need to talk to the distillery and see if I need to measure it a different way since we're using the whiskey barrels.
I see.
So it might be higher than 8%. I'm not sure.
You're pretty sure it's over 8, but you're not positive
exactly.
what the ABV is on this.
All the other ones we know for a fact.
It'll put hair on your chest.
That one is it. Yeah, we're serving it in 9-ounce glasses for a reason.
Yeah, no, that is powerful stuff. Well, Doc, 1, 2, 3 for 3.
Thank you.
Gold medals all around.
It's pretty fun.
Okay, well, keep up the good work, and we're going to turn the cameras off, and I'm going to try everything else here at the Green Tree Brewery in LeClaire. Doc, thanks so much.
Thanks.
Excellent stuff. Coming up on Brewed, on the road to Wisconsin, and the brewery that has to be on the must-visit list of any beer lover.